Hello all together, a very warm welcome to Building Network. My name, Olaf Pfannebecker. Greetings to all social economic networkers today in our channel Building Network. We will talk about how to prepare and how to run a successful home meeting. Now, over the years, I have seen nothing more effective, let's say, to achieve quick organizational growth that is constantly multiplying, such as the correct performing of home meetings that are 100% effective. Now, here we can see that over the years we have learned with the social economic networker team that there are three basic pillars for success in network marketing. First, sponsorship, then retention, and then sales volume. These three factors are crucial, and the interesting thing about these three factors is that all three factors can be used exponentially when we have a lot of leaders, let's say, which present many business presentations in different meetings at the same time. You can imagine what growth your company would experience if only 10 leaders gave 10 presentations on the same day and an average of 4 people attended this presentation. By that we mean that 40 people saw your business in just one day. Now multiply this by 5 days a week, it would be just like 40 by 5, where we are talking about 200 people who saw your business in a single week. Now multiply this for 4 weeks a month. In other words, we multiply 4 times 200, we are talking about 800 people who see your company and your company's opportunity in a single month. And only with 10 leaders who hold at least 5 presentations a week in homes at regular intervals. Can you imagine how your organization will grow if you already have 20 or 30 leaders in your organization doing the same thing? It will become an engine of exponential growth in your company. That is why the call of our team of the social economic networker for those who want to grow quickly and have a highly productive business is home meetings. In this way, by the end of 2020, we will reach 1 million families that have been transformed and changed, because with the entire group of leaders who are already present in the team, together with the new leaders who enroll in the organization every day worldwide, when 20% of the social economic networkers hold business presentations in homes, we will undoubtedly achieve this goal earlier. It is at homes where the products are moved. It is at home where sponsorship is shaped. It is at homes where relationships are formed. It is at homes where you model the new team members how this business is done. It is the ideal place to promote confidentially with the sponsor, to establish a good relationship with him, the team members, and its candidates. In this way, during the presentation of the business opportunity, you can establish a connection between the three groups so that they can also participate in the presentation. Now, and today we would like to address a few basic points to understand how we could build a highly productive business through a home meeting. The first step is develop a list of candidates. Having a successful home meeting is a good follow-up that was worked through with the host. For example, the new team member, in other words, as a sponsor, you need to sit down with the new team member to determine how this meeting will be carried out to increase the possibility of success. So sit down with him, sit down with those people, sit down with the new people to create a candidate list. It is fundamental. Why? Because there are different candidates on this list. We will invite these candidates to a home meeting to present the business opportunity. Of course, the larger the list, the greater the chance of having more candidates in this first presentation at his home. The lists are divided into, let's say, 4 lists. The hot list, on which our relatives, friends, close acquaintances, employees or neighbors are listed. The list of acquaintances, which lists the candidate with whom we have no close relationship, well, we know each other a little bit. The distant list. There are candidates who live far away, in other places, in other cities, or even in other countries. And there is the list of referrals, a special list that we compile with the candidates who have been recommended to us, thanks to whom we have presented the business presentation. Maybe they were not interested in the business right at that moment, and we therefore asked them an important question. If you agreed to this business project, who do you think could be an entrepreneur? Who could develop it? The person can give you some referrals, or you can also ask, do you know someone who worked in a similar business? So the person can give you referrals. But when we talk about a home meeting, we specifically work with the hot list, which are the relatives, our friends, the neighbors, and our work colleagues, people who know us very well personally. Why we want to do that? Because you will not invite strangers at your home, won't you? For this reason, these home meetings, which we hold for and with the new team member at his home, are first carried out with the hot list candidates. Now, the second step we have to put attention on is that we do an effective invitation. The effective invitation you have to have on hand. To do this, we have to explain to the new team member and teach them how to make an invitation. It is important that we work with this hot list. Don't talk around, just be straight, because they are candidates we know very well and who know us very well. Therefore, the call is made, let's say, much easier. The most important thing with this call is the attitude of the new team member. He should communicate in a simple way without passing on much information. The most common mistake in the invitation is that sometimes the new team member gives the candidate for too much information. The candidate makes a judgment and takes a decision, and he does not appear to look at the business presentation that we will present. When we make an invitation, the invitation simply serves to take the person from their whereabouts to the place where we will present them the business opportunity. Therefore, it is very simple. When it comes to people with whom we have a close relationship, we will teach our new team member how to make a call. For example, to one of these friends, let's say that the first candidate on the hot list is Michael. Hello Michael, how are you? How is the family? Is everything okay? We greet as we always do. Then we ask, Michael, do you have a minute for me? To make sure Michael can listen to me for a moment, to mention my purpose of the call, of course. Now, Michael, the reason I call you is that I met an opportunity and I immediately thought of you. You know, I appreciate you very much. I have always respected your opinion, and I would like to know if you can be at my home on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. to talk about it. Now, what can Michael answer to that? Yes or no? Or what he can answer also is, what is this all about? So you always have to teach the new team member how to make a closing and how to resolve an objection. And when Michael asks, what is this all about? You can answer, Michael, It would be a little bit complex to explain you the details over the phone, but you will love it as soon as you see it. Do you think I can be at? You can be at my place at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday? I will return to the end of the appointment, because when we call 20 or 30 people, the goal is to make a series of calls where we know that not everyone will come to the business presentation, but the more calls we make, the greater chances of a successful home meeting, to see a wide, more participation. It is therefore very important that the host feels comfortable. That means relax, have fun on the call. It's all right. There will be people who try to discuss and ask questions. Just try to tell him, come here, trust me, because I want something good for you, and you can't, and I can't just explain it on the phone because it's a little bit more complex. But come along so we can talk about it. That is what this first invitation is about. Now, the second step, remember that it is extremely important to invite as many people as possible in order to have a better participation in this first presentation in the home meetings, and also to ensure a good start for our new partner. The second step, have an effective, or let's say as soon as we have taught the new team member how to invite and make the invitation, and at this point is very important, you should always start with the invitation at least 5 to 7 days before the home meeting and confirm the appointment 2 days or at least 1 day in advance. It is very important to teach the host to confirm the appointment to ensure better attendance. Remember that the people do live busy lives and sometimes forget things. For this reason, it is important that the host calls the same people he called 1 or 2 days before the meeting to confirm the appointment. For example, I call Michael again. Hi Michael, hello, how are you doing? Hi there. I'm Olaf, how are you? Is everything okay? Do you have a second for me? I'm calling you to remind you that we will be at my home tomorrow. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Will you be there too? I can count on you, because it is very important for me that you are also present there. What will Michael answer to that? Yes or no? And so on. You guarantee that by confirming the appointment, you will create a bigger commitment for these people in order to be able to take part in this first presentation at the home meeting. Now, the third part is the home meeting itself. It can be divided into 3 phases. The first phase is the meeting before the meeting. The second phase is the presentation of the opportunity itself. And then the third phase is the meeting after the meeting. So let's start. The first phase with the meeting before the meeting, this is the period in which guests arrived a few minutes before the business presentation. Therefore, it is very important, let's say, that the atmosphere at home is, as always, an environment that provides calm. The chairs are in the same place as always, and the host welcomes his candidates, his guests, with great pleasure. It is an excellent moment to introduce your sponsor to your guest and to tell them, hello, how nice to see you here, Michael. It's so good that you are here today. So I here with Dr. Nevares, and I would like that you meet him. He is a fantastic person with whom I'm working on a great project that we are going to talk about today. He will help us to present the project. Now, your sponsor, who is responsible for the business presentation, gets to know your guests and starts asking questions to break what we call the ice. Oh, do you live here nearby? Well, what's your name? Have you known Mr. Pfannebecker for a long time? And this kind of questions are fundamental. Or like, what are you doing for a living? So we ask a serious kind of questions to create this relationship within the people who have arrived at the home to create a good environment. The host is very important so that the guests feel comfortable as always, because they are their friends, their relatives, their employees. They are the people with whom you have a close relationship. It is important that this positive atmosphere of friendship is created in which the doors of trust. The second phase, the home meeting, the presentation of the business presentation itself. For this we need some elements that are necessary to present them. If a television is available, connect a cell phone or a laptop to present the business opportunity. And if this is not available, use a whiteboard, supported on a tripod. That never fails. The whiteboard and the tripod are an essentially a tool that you can use anywhere. It is also important to have a small table with some basic products, that when you mention the products in the business presentation, you pick them up and the people can see them. That is fundamental. It is very important that we understand that the presentation of the business opportunity is a model that has been determined by the social economic networker team, but it is not a straitjacket. Many networkers make the big mistake of explaining the slides one by one of the presentation, and this is not the point at all. It is much more about staying focused and communicating with the candidates you are introducing the business to. You can tell something about your own story, your experience, what you found in this fabulous business project, and also use the slides of the presentation to support your presentation. So it doesn't matter whether you skipped a slide or you didn't, because the guests are the candidate or doesn't know the business model. Therefore, it is very important that you make it as simple as possible so that it can be duplicated, so that the new team member that you are modeling can learn it as quick as possible. Now, a situation that we often face is that the sponsor presents a very technical, a very developed plan that cannot be duplicated, and therefore the new business partner cannot duplicate itself either. Simple, plain, duplicable, and as short as possible. There are people who need an hour and a half to present the business opportunity. A business presentation in a home meeting of 30 minutes is more than enough to communicate the message effectively. What will you communicate in this presentation? Well, first, how did you get on this business? This is about your story. When I present my story, I make it very short. It must not be long, because sometimes people tell their entire life story. This is not the point. When I tell my story to the candidates, I say that 12 years ago, when this project was presented to me, as it happens to many people around the world, I lived, let's say, a boring life full of routine, in which I left home early in the morning and came back late at night, that my life just passed by, that I was looking out to find my life and didn't realize that I forgot to live my life. Also, I made very good money as an executive chef of a renowned hotel chain, and later as a sales manager of a multinational company. I had lost my freedom, and therefore I started to wonder if there were other ways to lead a completely different lifestyle. Among other things, I often ask myself whether I should start my own company. I just didn't know what to do. And there I start to explain to the people a little bit of what I found. It is therefore very important that your business presentation is simple, plain and duplicable. Present the plan with joy and passion so that people feel in a good environment, which finally leads the candidate making the decision to enter. Now the third phase is the meeting after the meeting. Well, after completing the business presentation, it is very important that during the presentation, as a sponsor or as a moderator of the business, you watch the candidates who are more, let's say, attentive. Which of them are the most interested? By the end, it will usually be the ones who will get to you and contact you. It is very important that you as a sponsor who models the new team member approach the candidates and provoke the conclusion. What do I mean by provoking the conclusion? Well, it's about addressing the candidates who attend this meeting with a number of questions. One of the questions you can ask is, from what you have heard tonight, what do you think was the most interesting part for you? Now, if people tell you that what they like most are the products, then you and the host will provide more information about the products. And you can ask another question. Which of the products we have is the most interest for you in your health particular? Which is the most interesting one for you? So we can correctly orientate you. 4Life has a large number of products in our 4Life company, so it's important to orientate the people. You can also ask another question of what you saw tonight, what did you like most? Some can mention how you can make good money thanks to this project and how to build an interesting business. Others mention how to create a plan B thanks to passive income, how to be free, and so on. Give the candidate what he is looking for and ask another question. Would you like to start generating a passive income with us so that we can help you to organize your first home meeting? And if the candidate answers yes, well, fill out the given form together with the host to receive the partner code to guide the follow-up actions, such as coordinate the business planning. That is how it works. Well, matter in fact, that's the way it is. There are some candidates who are very interested in the project while you are making the questions of conclusion, and they keep on asking for more information. It is therefore very important to have material available for follow-up treatments. There are two specific packages for this. A package for those interested in the products so that we can give them or give you basic product information, and another package for all the candidates who are interested in the business. Well, in other words, provide basic information. This gives you continuity with the candidate, because if you let both go without handing over any more information, we mean those who are interested in the products and those who are interested in the business, it will be very difficult to make a fruitful connection. It is therefore very important that you make an appointment with those to whom you are giving follow-up material to answer possible questions, to resolve doubts, and of course to pick up your follow-up material and to provoke the conclusion. One of the crucial points that makes an entrepreneur as a networker very effective and almost always successful is that when you hold a home meeting, the main goal is to invite as many candidates as possible to the home meeting. That means getting the candidates to attend this home meeting. And we usually tell our guests, whenever or wherever we make a presentation at someone's home, when you see this for the first time, you may not understand everything right away, but we want you to know that we have a central meeting every Saturday, which takes place in a specific hotel. There will be great professionals They will present the business presentation where you will also understand, among other things, very well what this project can do for your own life. We recommend that you give yourself the opportunity to join us to meet some successful people within the project, team members who are already developing the project with great success and who, thanks to their experience, can be a reference for you to make a decision. So it's like a format to get people to a home meeting. Learn that at the end of the business presentation you always take care of the structure of the central meeting in order to move the candidates there, so that you may have the opportunity to see the presentation again. And it is also our personal experience that it is always better that candidates see the business presentation a second time to make a decision. So let's summarize. To hold a successful home meeting, create a list. We make a candidate list that is as big as possible. Invite the candidates in a correct manner. Confirm the invitation 1 to 2 days before the home meeting. Coordinate always 2 different appointments for the home meetings with the new team members in order to have more opportunities to invite their candidates. Now, the atmosphere of the home meeting is crucial. It is important that you have a good lighting, that the chairs are in the same place as always. Do not set up chairs in excess. Have a few chairs ready in case there are more guests than expected, which you will then have immediately at hand. Also, if you have a pet, make sure that it is not present at the home meeting so it does not distract your guests. If you have children, it would be highly recommended that someone takes care of them. For the business presentation, use a whiteboard that is on a tripod, or a laptop or a cell phone that is connected to a television to have the slides at hand while presenting your business presentation. Don't forget to have a small selection of products ready on a small table. These points are all very important. We also don't want you to compete with meals or dishes. Make the home meetings as simple and humble as possible. At the end, you can serve refreshing drinks. As a recommendation, serve our business products. Which products can you serve? You can use a little bit of energy so that your candidates try it and can't sleep that night because they may be thinking about the great business opportunity that you have offered. You can also give Pro TF a try, the Numi body cream or Rio Vida burst. Use the diffuser with our essential oils which spread a rich smell while you prepare the home meeting. Well, in other words, make sure that your home has a friendly and cozy feel to it to convey something simple that is not complicated. Because if you observe these points at your home meeting, everyone involved will be in an environment in which they feel comfortable. It exudes trusts so that our candidates can choose this project. You can see that it is very easy to consume something and recommend this project to other people. As a social economic networker, take these home meetings as the culture very seriously and duplicate it in your organization. Our personal experiences, those team members who today have duplicated organizations with the culture of home meetings, enjoying financial freedom. If you want to make each of your dreams come true, and we as an organization, as a team, want to achieve our goal, helping 1 million new families to lead a better lifestyle, then our call must be definitely home meetings. You need to transmit the vision to mankind every day, and tell them that this business opportunity is available to everyone. Well, we hope you enjoyed this session as much as we did. Thank you very much for being with us, and we're going to see you next week with a great edition with important tips of how to give a good business presentation and how to make an effective follow-up. Please do not forget to give us a big like, to subscribe to our channel so that you are updated. If you have any topics you wish to be informed about, please feel free to contact us at info@olafpfannebecker.net. Our team building network wishes you a lot of success. Have a great week, and we see us in the next edition. Thank you.